Welcome to the Esteban Ribovics hype train, and I will be the conductor of this hype train for as long as it lasts. I think it's going to last a very long time. Esteban Ribovics is such a good fighter. He's so technical, but he's so not at the same time. Like, he's so dangerous. He's 11-0, 11 finishes, 6 by KO, 5 by submissions. He fought Thomas Paul on Dana White's Contender Series, and Thomas Paul was 11-3. All 11 wins by knockout. And what does Esteban Ribovics do? He just sprints to the center of the octagon, just starts throwing volume on volume on volume, has no regard for the power that Thomas Paul has come back at him, and he ends up getting the knockout in 90 seconds with a groin strike thrown in the middle of that. But like, I'm on the Esteban Ribovics hype train, man. He's fighting Kamuela Kirk, and I think the UFC knows what they're doing with this matchup. They're giving Esteban Ribovics a fight that is going to be a test for him, but I do think it is a very winnable fight. I do think Ribovics will win the fight. But Kamuela Kirk is also quite hyped up. Like, a lot of people like Kamuela Kirk. A lot of people were picking him to beat Damon Jackson. I picked Damon Jackson to win that one. He had a pretty good win over Makwan Amirkhani when he first came in. He's moving up to 155 pounds, meeting Ribovics at his more natural weight class in this one. And it's also at UFC 285. There's going to be a lot of eyes on this fight. Not necessarily because people are hyped for this fight specifically, because it is on a pay-per-view card. People pay attention to the pay-per-view cards. More casual fans watch the pay-per-view cards than they do fight night cards. Esteban Ribovics is 11-0. He's making his debut against Kamuela Kirk. Very winnable fight for him as well. And I think he is going to beat Kamuela Kirk. I think he's going to knock him out maybe in like the second round. I think the first round could be interesting. I think Esteban Ribovics is going to win it on the feet. He's going to be throwing volume. He's going to have no respect for Kirk's power. Kirk's going to try and take him down, try and grapple with him. I think Esteban Ribovics is going to defend that because he's a very good grappler himself. He's going to get the fight back to the feet. I think he's going to knock him out in the second round. I'm going to Esteban Ribovics, second round KO. And after that, I think there's going to be a little bit of hype behind him, man. Like, I've been saying, man, like, I'm so hyped up about Esteban Ribovics. I've been saying, like, maybe he should fight Paddy Pimblett, because if Paddy Pimblett wins, then everyone can go, oh, we beat an 11-0 opponent. That's a really good win. But if Esteban Ribovics wins, then you can build up Esteban Ribovics instead of Paddy Pimblett and build up your name there, especially with Argentina. Like, you had Santiago Ponzinibbio, Esteban Ribovics is on the come up. There's a lot of Argentinian fighters on the way up, and Argentina loves their sport. They love their football, so why not try and turn some of that football, for some of that passion football, into MMA. You know what I mean? Like, I know it sounds like a really silly idea, completely different sports, but you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people could really get behind Esteban Ribovics just in general. He's a very likable guy, very marketable guy. He just fights like a madman. He just does. Like, he just fights like a legend, really. He's going to get a KO over Kirk at UFC 285 in front of a big crowd. I'm so excited. I feel like this is such a good fighter, and he's just such a very exciting prospect. I'm on the hype train. I'm the conductor of this hype train. I will be in the front seat. I will be driving the hype train for as long as it lasts. I don't think I've ever been the conductor of a hype train, but I'm gonna be the conductor of this one. Esteban Ribovics, so hyped for his debut. Really, really looking forward to it. I think he's gonna have a good first impression on the UFC fans, man. Like, watch his Dana White's Contender Series fight. I really encourage that. And even then, like, in the regional scene, he's been beating pretty good guys. Like, 6-5 is not that good, but 17-6 is a pretty good win. Jose Zaruz is a pretty good win, because Jose Zaruz, I believe, was coming off a win over former UFC fighter Mark De La Rosa. Am I correct in saying that? I think I'm gonna have to fact check that before that fight. Give me a minute. I'm gonna have to fact check this one before we end the video. So yeah, this is the end of the video pretty much. I'm just gonna be wasting time until the end now. Sorry, yeah, it's just kind of what happens sometimes. Before that, he wasn't really fighting good guys. So Jose Zaruz was really the first good guy that he fought, and then he fought 17-6 Javier Basurto. Then he fought Thomas Paul, who's 11-3, knocked him out early. Now he's fighting Kamuela Kirk. I think if he gets past Kamuela Kirk, we're gonna see a pretty big jump up in competition. Like, maybe like Rafael Alves. I know he's fighting Aliev, sorry. Maybe he fights Rafael Alves after that. Trying to think of guy. Maybe, like, oh no, it's probably too high of a jump. I was gonna say maybe Brad Riddell comes back into comeback fight in 6 months or so, but man, my laptop does not like Jose Zaruz. It just does not want to load him. Poor guy. Here we go, Jose Zaruz. He's actually on a pretty good run right now. He's on 23-9. And when he lost to Esteban Ribovics. He was not coming off a win. He's coming off a win over Jordan Espinoza recently. Okay, that's where I got confused. Anyway, yeah, just wasted what, like a minute and a half at the end of the video. That's just great stuff. That's not even the right fight. That's a different one. So I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Catch you in the next one.